The views and opinions expressed by hosts, guests of Squaddie's Night Live are their own and do not necessarily represent those of the producers and content creator. This show is for entertainment and informational purposes only. Viewers should perform their own research. Start na tayo. Okay! Okay na mga ka-squad? Kapoy kay ko. Okay. Ito parapakan. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Ngayon pong araw ng Friday, which is all about Friday na yun, October 10, 2025. So, we are taped for this time. And another weekend, another Friday na naman. Welcome to another edition of Squaddie's Night Live. Ako po ang iyong ka-squad, Rod, Michael, Adalid, and giving you 1 hour of interesting topics and what's going on, happenings in Northern Mindanao. Okay. At para sa ating Christmas countdown, we only have 76 days na lang. Pasko na! At syempre, babati muna ating mga ka-squad na nakatutok sa Facebook page at YouTube channel ng Squaddie. So this is a tape, diba? Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. At hello din sa ating mga ka-squad natin sa 44 barangays in Iligan City and sa itong mga silingan dapit sa Nando Norte, Nando Sur, Misamis Oriental, Misamis Occidental, Camiguin, Bukidnon, sa mga Mindanao Sur, sa mga Mindanao Norte, sa mga Sibugay, Agusan, Surigao provinces na of course Davao region, Soxargen na nakaabot na nakatayog na linog kay Ampi kanunay din natin mga ka-squad and of course and magandang gabi sa iyong lahat, sa lahat ng mga ka-squad all over the world. Okay. At ngayon, August 10, October 10, 2025, we also mark a World Mental Health Awareness Day. Paalala lang mga ka-squad it's okay to not be okay. Kung kapoy ka o nabugatan, reach out, talk to someone you trust, and never be afraid to ask for help. And remember, mental health is just as important as physical health. So, let's continue to spread kindness, hope, and encouragement sa isa't isa. Okay. Mga ka-squad, before we start the topic for the week, here is the Squaddie Logs News Update. Mga ka-squad, sa ating mga ka-squad, so we are about the news earlier this morning at around 9:43 a.m. na nakulban ko sa linog, okay? So according to the ABS-CBN News website that the developing story earlier, developing stories sa ating mga ka-squad that a magnitude 7.4 earthquake strikes off Davao Oriental. One reported death. So mga ka-squad, inyong natunghayan natin ang powerful quake struck of the waters of Davao Oriental on Friday morning and prompted a tsunami alert. The Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology said, or Facebook said. Facebook said the magnitude 7.4 quake hit some 44 kilometers northeast of Manay town. The magnitude was initially reported to be 7.6. The tremor struck at a depth of 20 kilometers. The Office of the Civil Defense Region 11 Director Ednar Dayanghirang told DZMM that he received confirmation from their governor that at least one died following that quake. Then, tumawag si governor siya ng confirm na there is one dead and galing siya sa ospital. Marami din daw mga bata sa ospital din. Not because of anything but nag-faint ay may minor bruises lang. Dayanghirang told DZMM. PBOK said 1 meter tsunami waves on the country's Pacific coast were forecast between 9:43 a.m. and 11:43 a.m. Coastal residences in these areas are strongly advised to immediately evacuate to higher grounds or move further inland. In Manay, Davao Oriental, people ran out of a gymnasium when a quake struck during the Kanduli Festival celebration. 2 teachers fainted out of fright and were rushed to the hospital. Other teachers were seen carrying chairs over their heads as a protection from possible deaths. Dayanghirang, the OCD Region 11 Director, said that based on partial reports he received. Partial reports that he received. Okay. Kaya na itong maka-receive tayo, guys. So, grabe na tayo. So, several structures were damaged in Manay town following the quake. I received post ng sa Davao Oriental sa bayan ng Manay. There are buildings na na-damaged structures. Mga simbahan daw nasira. Dayanghirang told DZMM. He added said that his own house in Manay reportedly showed cracks after the quake. Dayanghirang explained that Manay is a coastal town in Davao Oriental which has several commercial establishments. Highly populated yang bayan. May mga buildings, simbahan, commercial establishments. May 17 barangays, mga population na 40,000, he said. In General Santos City, hanging lamps and electric posts were seen swinging due to the quake. The quake also sent elementary students of Bukidnon State University in Malaybalay City out of their classrooms wearing their hard hats. PBOK warned that the quake could spawn aftershocks. Classes were suspended in several areas including Nakagan, Bukidnon, Iligan City, Cagayan de Oro City due to the quake. In a statement, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. ordered an evacuation of coastal areas in several provinces in Visayas and Mindanao after the quake. To our kababayans in the affected regions, please stay alert and calm. Move to higher ground and stay away from the shore until authorities declare it safe. Marcos Jr. said. Follow all instructions from your local disaster councils and barangay officials. Your safety is our top priority. He added. The National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council and the RMC, the Office of the Civil Defense or OCD, the Armed Forces, the Philippine Coast Guard, and all concerned agencies have been directed to carry out evacuations in coastal areas, activate emergency communication lines, and coordinate closely with local government, the President said. We are now assessing the situation on the ground and ensuring that everyone is safe, he said. Search, rescue, and relief operations are already being prepared and will be deployed as soon as it is safe to do so, he added. The Department of Social Welfare and Development DSWD has also been pre-positioning food and non-food items, while the Department of Health is ready to provide emergency medical assistance, he said. Meanwhile, the Office of the Vice President said its Mindanao satellite offices were ready to assist any local government units in providing relief to evacuees should the need arise. We urge those affected by the earthquake to seek psychological first aid to help alleviate anxiety and fear, especially for children who may be more vulnerable, he added. The trembler comes 11 days after a powerful quake left at least 74 dead in Cebu province. So mga ka-squad, mga ka-squad natin dyan, kung gusto kong mapaabot ng taimtim na panalangin sa lahat ng mga apektuhan ng magnitude 7.4 na lindol na tumama kaninang umaga sa ilang parte ng Mindanao, Visayas, and Bicol region. Lalo na sa Davao region, most especially sa Manay, Davao Oriental. To our fellow kababayans, we're standing with you in prayer and solidarity. Padayon lang ta, kapit lang. And remember, you are not alone in this. Kaya na. And for developing story na may nangyaring aftershocks na nangyari kanina alas 7:14, 7:12 in the evening base sa advice ng PBOK. So, antabayan natin mga news updates regarding the earthquake. Okay! So, let's have to do mga ka-squad. Okay mga ka-squad, but before we are having a fun, so may pa-shoutout din tayo sa ating mga ka-squad natin, and because it is all about yan ang nating alam para sa ating mga ka-squad. Okay? So wala tayo pa tumpik-tumpik pa mga ka-squad, simulan na natin ang topic of the week. Topic of the week. Ang ating topic for today is all about the best things we tasted in September 2025. So, ato siya mga ka-squad natin, and we are talking about what's going on as we, despite our decisions kung bakit ako nakahintay. As we know it, September's dining scene proved that casual doesn't mean ordinary. As chefs played freely with flavor, form, and nostalgia, diners were treated to bold new dishes that celebrated creativity and comfort. In equal measure, from deviled eggs with a twist to reimagined Filipino classics. These are the plates that left a lasting impression. So, unahin natin ang deviled eggs at Automat. Ayun. There has been a much of welcome rise of more casual a la carte menu-only restaurants by some of the country's top chefs that may have been serving really good food that pushing borders. It is no secret that my favorite amongst there is Automat, Matisse' more playful sibling. Because of its a la carte menu format, the chefs there are able to play more and come out with the new dishes faster than the norm, coming up with fun appetizer options that's forever evolving as they sometimes tweaks a dish on the fly. So my current favorite, it is deviled eggs, made extra good with the addition of fried squid, chili, tuyo, and celery. Grabe naman, chili, tuyo, and celery. Simply delicious. Do you find egg dishes boring? Try their fun take on their oyster called Oyster Joy, and ode to Jollibee's Chicken Joy. From Cyrene De La Rosa of the ABS-CBN Einstein. Okay, next is tuna aburi at 3 dots. We only wish we are as lucky as Chef Sean Matthew Lim, the young chef proprietor of Three Dots above Green Hills Mall. He said that this was his comfort bite at home. What makes this tuna aburi different is that my miso and sesame fertile, a tuili. This Japanese cracker adds a nutty crunch to the torched tuna, nice with a sriracha dip and wasabi for those who'd want a little heat in their dish. Sabi ni Jeeves de Vera. Next naman is a Hokkaido scallop at Benjarong X Potong Collab or Benjarong and Potong Collab. It's not every day at the world's best female chef comes to Manila to cook. Of the dishes, in the Manila calls, Bangkok answers, Chef Pichaya Pam Sun Tornimenang Kitch. What call it na Thailand? Ano to? Thailand name ba to? O unsa? My God. Of the one Michelin-starred restaurant, Potong in Bangkok didn't hold up any punches with his appetizer. With a spicy and red curry state rich with Thai herbs and spices, it was an unconventional sauce for the buttery slices of Hokkaido scallop, best with a side of brioche to sop up and savor every last drop. Sabi ni Jeeves de Vera. Okay. Next up is a chicken and egg at Calye at 9465. Underrated modern Filipino restaurant near Naiya Terminal 1, Calye at 9465 recently launched a new tasting menu called Kanlungan. Although new to the fine dining scene, their sister concept of Calye Nakpil has been a go-to for many because of their food trays and catering services. This season's theme is all about their reimagined take on Filipino sabaw dishes, transformed into 9 courses of comfort and memory. There's a version of mungo soup, bulalo, and sinigang. But the standout for me is their arroz caldo inspired creation, breaded chicken stuffed with aromatic rice, tofu, and a whole quail egg. This is a local version of a Japanese chicken gyoza. Ultra comforting, sabi ni JC Calles Lo. Next is Unagi Fish and Chips Nabe at Makanay BGC. One of the most awaited opening this year is Chef George Mendez Makanay in BGC, restaurant project that Mendez developed with his mentor, the late chef Margarita Forrest. It was shared that the spirit of their shared kitchen history and mentorship is a central theme in Makanay's identity that's evident in some of the restaurant pasta dishes. The restaurant mainly offers an elevated take on Japanese comfort food, especially Chef Mendez's own take on it, featuring some very interesting combinations that my fellow modern fans will surely enjoy, like my current favorite after 2 visits. The unagi fish and chip mix, nabe, an umami bomb of a dish that presents unagi tempura over edged charan or Japanese fried rice that gets most of its flavor from the unagi tare and collagen, tamagoyaki, nori, lotus, rupchits, katsubushi, and ikura added to it. Those not into seafood can have the equally good Wagyu short rib truffle chapan instead. The restaurant only serves as an a la carte menu with some dishes available in 2 sizes. Solo portions and good for sharing, sabi ni Cyrene De La Rosa. Next up is Samgyeopsal with perilla leaf and leek salad at Huwon by Kira. Iwa executive chef Susan Tarnate has been cooking Korean food for a long time. Her experience shows up in the little touches that make Kiwa's food stand out. Take their sanggipsal, which is cut thicker than the usual, such that when properly grilled, remain tender and still dripping with juices. Korean barbecue is usually served with iceberg and romaine lettuce to make their wraps, but it's the healthy herby meaty perilla leaves for the wrap, and leek salad with chili that's supposed to be used as filling that make Kiwa sanggipsal different. Sabi ni Jeeps the Bear. Next is lamb chops at Fogo de Chao. Fogo de Chao, pronounced as Fogo de Chao, is a world-famous Brazilian churrasco or steakhouse concept known for its churrasco dining experience, where Brazilian cowboys or gaucho chefs grill a variety of meats on skewers and then carve them tableside. The first Fogo de Chao branch has just opened in Glorieta, and everyone seems to be raving about its pican hakat prime top sirloin. I forget the prime time pala. Fogo's signature cut. But fellow lamb lovers should definitely also try their lamb chops on the day I checked out the restaurant. The lamb chops were definitely even more flavor than the flavor pican, sabi ni Cyrene de la Rosa. Okay, next is ensaymada at Mary's 2.0. Chefs Stefan Duhesmes and Arlo Gregorio's Metis finally reopened after an extended renovation. Now serving a shorter on paper tasting menu that still as seafood and vegetable forward as before, staging a comeback on its new version of Mate's famous ensaymada, now sporting a softer, less caramelized exterior that's more like a brioche than the former's more kogun-aman-like base. But fortunately for us, as delicious and like its predecessor, finished with lots of cheese, you need to go for the tasting menu to try it through, sabi ni Cyrene de Rosa. And last but definitely not the least is a strawberry shortcake by 50 & Co. Bakery. So right in the time for the Christmas season, one of my favorite home-based bakers, Trisha De Rosario, rebranded and changed the name of her baking business from 50 Shades of Dough to 50 & Co. Bakery. This change also marks her baking operations move to a proper commissary within Makati, where she now has a bigger space to make more of the goodies she known for her ensaymadas. Burnt butter, cereal polvoron, savories like empanadas and cakes. My old favorite is her coffee crunch cake, but one should also try her strawberry shortcake made with light layers of soft sponge, beautifully smoothed with a generous amount of sweetened, just right, light pink strawberry infused whipped cream, icing made with real cream. The cake is simply adorned with some silvers of fresh strawberries lightly coated with a sweet balsamic vinegar glaze that provides just the right amount of tangly flour that balances the cake richness well. It's like a less sweet version of the iconic Forbes Spark strawberry shortcake, middle-less default benchmark for a good strawberry shortcake, with lighter and more moist sponge cake layers too, sabi ni Cyrene de la Rosa. So at the yan na nating gaganapin nung September, this is all about. And my final thoughts say that September 2025 that proved one thing. Manila's dining scene is thriving in its playful era. Chefs are mixing nostalgia, bold flavors, and a little cheeky humor giving us dishes that comfort but also surprise. Casual dining, more like casual iconic. Yun na pala mga ka-squad. So tapos na tayo sa topic number 1 and we're moving to our next topic which is all about deepfakes. So grabe na tayo mga AI generated na mga deepfakes. Lalo na sa mga scammers and even sa big scams. So probably ay sitabi sa mga scams that unfortunately na kadaghan sa atong panapa. So let's moving on to our down with deepfakes. Ating mga ka-squad dyan. And according to the Inquirer lifestyle website, the advent of the artificial intelligence or AI has brought about significant with advancements in today's society, particularly with the way data can be produced and generated with a single click. Its impact on everyday life is undeniable, and it has increased productivity in certain industries and made vast fields of knowledge available within arm's reach. However, ito yung sinabi ko yung however, yeah, there's also a dark side to this emerging platform with overreaching consequences if left uncontrolled and unregulated, especially when used for an improper purpose. So one such disadvantage of artificial technology is the proliferation of deepfakes, which according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary is an image of or recording that has been convincingly altered and manipulated to misrepresent someone as doing or saying something that was not actually done or said. Deepfakes are inherently deceptive, and since they appear to be hyper-realistic, it becomes impossible to tell if they are real or simply manufactured. Deepfakes are inherently deceptive, and since they appear to be hyper-realistic, it becomes impossible to tell if they are real or simply manufactured. This is especially so in the Philippine setting, where netizens are perpetually online and are susceptible to becoming victims of fake news. So what the law has to say about it? While there is no legal framework currently regulating AI in the Philippines, one may still be held criminally liable for producing and disseminating deepfakes under existing laws. So, Republic Act number 10175, also known as the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012, penalizes acts committed through computer systems which may contemplate the misuse of AI. The law penalizes cybercrime offenses, among which include cyber libel under Section 4C4, which may be committed when a deepfake is used to falsely depict a person in a defamatory way. The use of deepfakes may also give rise to a criminal charge for cybersex and child pornography under 4C1 and 4C2, respectively, when the punishable acts are committed with the use of a computer system. While there is no legal framework currently regulating AI in the Philippines, one may still be held criminally liable for producing and disseminating deepfakes under existing laws. As a way to curb the use of the computers for harm, Section 6 of the Cybercrime Act specifically provides that all crimes are penalized under the revised penal code and special laws if committed by, through, and with the use of information and communication technologies. The offender shall be penalized with 1 degree higher than what is provided, which shows the state's propensity to penalize those who weaponize technology for malicious purposes, including AI. Lawmakers are aware of the pitfalls of deepfakes and have proposed legislation to address its emerging use. Congress, through the House Committee on Information Communications Technology, is prioritizing legislation to curb AI-generated scams such as deepfakes. aim to promote the ethical and responsible use of AI. The proposed House Bill number 10567, known as the Deepfake Accountability and Transparency Act, imposes disclosure requirements on individuals seeking to use AI and proposes a penalty of 5 million pesos to any person who knowingly fails to do so. According to this proponent, the purpose of the law is to ensure transparency in the use of AI. While the extent of AI and what it can create has no limit, we must still be mindful on how and why we use this platform, always taking into consideration who stands to benefit and suffer as a result. With this being said, it is our responsibility as human beings who are inherently good to use AI for a genuine purpose. So yan po ang ating topic, which is all about the deepfake scam. So we have something about the deepfake scams. Lalo na sa AI generated, lalo na sa mga personalities, no? In my opinion, sa ating mga squad, and we are talking about AI. Sabi naman AI man to. Base na nakuryente na nato as a result that we could pay. Na dami tayong paraan dahil ang daming paraan para sa akin is what we call a something to use in earthquake or laro na sa ating mga kaubayan natin. So we are something to using an AI na iniwala kami ng mga parents ko na AI generated scams na halos spread sa ibang lugar na roaming around kung bakit generated ng AI, yun lang. So yan po ang ating topic, which is all about AI generated na ang Deepfake. So mga ka-squad natin, and ngayong araw pa lang ay ang World Mental Health Day. Yeah. Ngayon pa lang po ang World Mental Health Day. So grabe na tayong mga ka-squad natin. And we are talking about, in this case na medyo ako, na curious ako, na suffer ko sa mental health ko mga post August 16, 2024. Wala yun na after post sa first job ko sa municipal hall sa Langkan. And I realized na grabe naman yung nangyari doon. But before we start the topic, narito po ating video presentation na gawa ng Squaddie Logs. Let's all watch this. Panorin natin ito mga ka-squad.
Alam mo ba, minsan ang nali nagsabi ng okay lang ako kahit hindi. Pero tandaan, normal lang mapagod, normal lang huminga, at walang masama sa paghingi ng tulong. Kaya, na World Mental Health Day, sabay-sabay tayo mapapaalala. Walang masama sa paghingi ng tulong, walang nakakahiya sa pagkukwento, at walang mag-iisa sa laban na ito. Kung ikaw ay nakaranas ng anxiety, depression, o iba pang pinagdadaanan, please reach out. Mapagkaibigan man, pamilya, o professional, may nakikinig. Dahil tandaan, your mental health matters. At pagtutulungan, kaya natin buuin ang isang mas maunawaing komunidad. Let's foster a culture of empathy and understanding.
So yan po mga ka-squad ang ating squadolog sa advocacy on mental health. Hindi ka nag-iisa. So let's move on to the topic, which is all about the World Mental Health Day. So kanina na lang na-postpone ang activity sa MSU IIT dahil sa lindol. And we're talking about earthquake too. So, grabe na tayo na understand. So, pray for Davao. And nangyari yun ganina sa NU Davao na mental health symposium na biglang tumigil dahil sa lindol. Okay. Let's move on to our next topic. According to the World Health Organization, good mental health is related to mental and psychological well-being. The World Health Organization's work to improve the mental health of individuals and society at large includes the promotion of mental well-being, the prevention of mental disorders, the protection of human rights, and the care of people affected by mental disorders. So, here are the 10 mental health facts. Una, mental disorders account for 10% of the global burden of disease and 21.1% of non-fatal disease burden. Number 2, around 1 in 7 of the world's adolescents have a mental disorder. Third, globally, mental disorders account for 1 in 6 years live with disability. 4. More than 700,000 people die by suicide every year, making it a significant public health issue. 5. 1 in 5 people will experience a mental disorder during their lifetime. Schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, and major depressive disorder are among the most disruptive mental health disorders. Women are more likely than men to experience mental health disorders or mental health problems, with 7 in every 10 women reporting such issues. Only 30% of people in the UK report living with high levels of good mental health. Number 9. Mental health issues can affect anyone, regardless of age, gender, or background. Early intervention and treatment can significantly improve outcomes for individuals with mental health disorders. So these facts highlight the importance of mental health awareness and the need for effective treatment and a support system. Good. Kung meron po tayong tulong at usap tungkol sa mental health, pwede po kayong tumawag sa National Center for Mental Health, Natasha Goulbourn Foundation Hope Line, In Touch Crisis Line, at sa Philippine Mental Health Association na naka-plus yung mga grades kanina. As we said on our posted on our official Facebook and YouTube channel of Squaddie. Dahil tandaan, your mental health matters. At sa patutulungan, kaya natin buuin ang isang mas manuwaing komunidad. Let's foster a culture of empathy and understanding. Okay. So mga ka-squad natin, and bago tayo magtapos, and maraming salamat sa pagsama at pakikinig ngayong gabi. Pero bago tayo magtatapos, gusto ko munang ipabot ang ating dasal at suporta para sa mga kababayan natin maapektuhan ng lindol kaninang umaga sa ilang bahagi ng Mindanao, Visayas at Bicol region. Lalo na sa Davao region, especially sa Manay, Davao region, Davao Oriental. You know, kay medyo prayers have been done. As we know it, na expect ang aftershocks na nangyari sa area. Please. Padali lang mga ka-squad. Kapit lang. And keep the faith. God is with us in every trial. Uswag, Davao. Atong palapakan natin na mga ka-squad natin. And we are all know to pray and be safe. Yun lang. And we all know to pray that we all know and it all good. Diba? Okay! At yan po ang ating ka-squad for live for today. At mga ka-squad, kung meron tayong masang Halloween, kwento, or gusto pang pag-usapan tungkol sa ating mga topics regarding sa mental health, huwag kalimutan mag-LSSC, like, share, subscribe, and comment. For more Squad Looks, vlogs, and content, sundan kami sa Facebook, X, at YouTube at Squaddie. That's SQUADILOGUES. And for behind the scenes updates na ating mapagkwentuhan, follow us on Instagram and Threads at rm.adelaide. At kung gusto nyo yung pakimagi ng ating vlogcast tulad ng SNL at The Chismisan Show, just send us a PM sa Facebook page. We'll be happy to have you to join the conversations. Okay? And that's it for Squaddie's Night Live Season 2 Episode 5, October 10, 2025. Kinikits tayo ulit next week, 7:30 p.m. Ako po ang iyong ka-squad, Rod Michael Adeline, saying, together, let's recreate with us. And keep the faith every day, be free because God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. God will make a way. Stay safe, be strong, and magkaroon tayo ng nangyari dito. Stay safe, be strong, and dalay ko ng Diyos. Bye!